What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How's it going? I am fired up to introduce this call tonight, guys. I am coming to you from Dallas, Texas today. My name is Andy Calabunga. If you're trying to follow me on Instagram, you definitely want to follow me, not one of my fake accounts, but Andy Calabunga. Check it out, guys. I am fired up to talk to you about crypto tonight. How many of you guys got some value last night out of Crypto Picasso and Ivan Paychecks? If you did, drop some love in the chat. Drop some ones in the chat if you got some fire last night, guys. I actually learned an intense amount of stuff watching Picasso break down the next year of Bitcoin. Guys, things are going to go crazy. And Bitcoin is not all that there is within the crypto space. There is so much more. So I actually got introduced to this company, guys, in about the end of 2018. But my journey with crypto started a little bit earlier. Right before Thanksgiving in 2017, I was introduced to Bitcoin and I didn't know what it was. So this is probably a month before Thanksgiving. A friend of mine said, hey, you got to buy this thing. It's going to go up. It's going crazy. It's this thing called Bitcoin. I was late to the party. Crypto Picasso talking about 2013, 2017, I heard about Bitcoin. It was at $5,500. So I bought a Bitcoin. I said, what the heck? I'll buy this thing. I don't know what it is. And within a month, guys, that thing went up to $14,000. I was talking about it at the Thanksgiving table with grandma and my mom, and she bought a bunch. Man, I was floored. I was like, what is this space? What's going on? Digital money? I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been like wanting to work for myself, wanting to do something outside of the 9 to 5 space. But I was like, what is this digital money? I just made like 10 grand in a month and I did nothing. Like, what is this? So guys, I sank in, and without even knowing too much about the space, I was looking at altcoins. I was hearing about Wabi and all these crazy coins. I didn't even know what I was doing. And I was buying coins on Binance with no leverage, nothing. I was just throwing money in. Some of them I was losing, some of them I was doing well. But what I did know is that this was the future. And this was going to revolutionize everything that we knew about finance, about decentralized finance. And all these coins have some sort of function. So that's what we're going to learn about tonight. Is we're going to learn about the altcoins. We're going to learn about decentralized finance. We're going to learn about staking. We're going to learn about yield farming. There is so much more in the crypto space that a lot of people don't even know about. And guys, I wish I had known about this, because I was day trading Bitcoin and some other altcoins in 2017 before I was even introduced to this company, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was winning, losing, winning, losing, winning. I didn't even know. And ever since I joined this company in 2018, guys, I've been able to build a massive crypto portfolio. I've been able to understand the coins that actually have a function. I mean, how many of y'all on here are seeing people post about all these random coins on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, or who knows, right? Who saw Squid Coin? That thing went up and that thing crashed and they took all the money out. So you got to know the right information so you're able to take advantage of this. You're actually able to make money in these markets. And that's what you're going to find out about tonight with one of my favorite educators. I get to bring up, he is an educator, guys. He's been an educator with us for nearly a year now. He's a chairman in the company, so he's built on his own a massive organization. And what he has done for decentralized, for DeFi, decentralized finance, what he has personally shown to me in this space is the value is astronomical. Guys, I've been able to make a lot of money because of this individual. So I have a lot of excitement to bring up Mr. Mike Sotero to talk to us about DeFi, some altcoins, and give us the juice on everything outside of the Bitcoin space and some of the altcoin space. So Mr. Mike Sotero, let's hear what you got tonight. Starting out day 2.
Let's go. Day 2. Welcome everybody to tonight's session. Super excited, guys. This is about to max out, so send out those final text messages. Let's drop some ones in the chat for Mr. Andrew Cowabunga, Crypto Picasso day one, Ivan Paychecks day one. He brought the energy, and tonight we're gonna go. Y'all are going crazy. We're gonna turn that off. Tonight we're gonna talk about a little bit more in depth. So how this free trials, is working is each day is gonna build up on top of each other, right? So yesterday you heard the story of Ivan Paycheck, somebody who found Bitcoin a couple years ago, less than $1,000, and it changed, his situation. Then you saw Crypto Picasso last night talking about some of his projections of where BTC can go and how multiple six figures is right around the corner, and potentially a seven-figure Bitcoin due to its limited supply. Now, where I come into this picture is I'm one of the crypto educators for our platform. Myself and my business partner, Curtis Cobain, who you guys are going to hear from tonight. And we're going to talk a little bit about, the security of crypto, understanding something called decentralized finance, right? How many of you guys have a Wells Fargo, a Chase, a bank account? You just have a bank account, right? These centralized places. Now, in crypto, I want you guys to write this down. There are what we call centralized exchanges. These are the Binances of the world, the Coinbases, the FTX. Guys, this is literally about to max out right now. So just send out those final messages, okay? And these are all places that people buy and sell crypto. Now, here's the problem. Can we talk about crypto security for a second? A couple weeks ago, actually, Coinbase, phishing, scam. There was about 6,000 people, okay? There was 6,000 people in like a week period of time, okay, where customers were people, right? Coinbase got hacked, their emails get taken out, right? All of our phone numbers on the public web, and people would click these links and their crypto would be gone. You see, you actually don't own the crypto if your crypto's sitting on these exchanges, okay? Because there's something that's very, very important, and it's called the private keys, okay? You wanna make sure you have the private keys to your crypto, okay? See, there's something, and I encourage you guys to write this down, called a seed phrase. And a seed phrase are these words that a wallet or that a ledger, okay, the safest place for a crypto, and everything we share with you guys here tonight is completely educational. I'm not affiliated with anything anything I talk about. I'm not affiliated with Ledger or any of the crypto projects, okay? And Kurt, if you're on here, bro, you can just raise your hand, and Guaman is gonna bring you up, okay? So Ledger is one of the safest to have. Guaman, there he is right there, raising his hand. One of the safest places to have your crypto, because you actually own the 12 and 24 words, the seed phrase. Now, inside of crypto, you have two types of exchanges. Write this down. You have centralized exchanges, and then you have what we call, guys, this call is officially maxed out. No more people can get on. We maxed it out here in less than about 10 minutes. People want this information. I hope you guys are paying attention. So you have centralized exchanges on the left, and then in DeFi, in decentralized finance, right? I'll just pull this up, okay? We have something called decentralized exchanges, okay? Decentralized finance. And I want you to think of DeFi as Wall Street or the financial world, but on the internet, where instead of taking money from one country or from one government, you can now pool money from all around the world. And there's different platforms that you can do some things like lending and borrowing. Imagine being able to get a loan without having a credit score. We're gonna talk about that here tonight. And then my business partner, Mr. Curtis Cobain, is gonna wrap this thing up with a bang. So don't go anywhere. And if you leave the call, you're not getting back in. So really make sure your Wi-Fi is on. And understanding what Ethereum is and where Ethereum came from. Okay, we talked about Bitcoin being first. Bitcoin having 21 million.
And so day two.
Guaman, we hear you, bro. Welcome. What's up? We got John Guaman in the building. Guaman's doing Instagram Reels right now. Okay, so we talked about Bitcoin yesterday. How Bitcoin, until really this week, you couldn't build projects on Bitcoin, right? There was a max supply. If there's less of something, is it worth more? Yeah. Now, where Ethereum and where DeFi started And what DeFi is it's short for decentralized finance, you know, a term for Ethereum and then other applications that were really created to disrupt financial status quos, right? The 1% a year, the 5%, you know, APYs a year. Inside of DeFi, there's some crazy opportunity that you can earn through yield, okay, or through interest. Now, when Ethereum came into play, okay, about 7-8 years ago, it was created by an individual. His name is Vitalik, and you can do your own research on everything. And I remember when Ethereum was at $15 on Coinbase, $20. But here's what's amazing: it was the first project that you could build on top of, and you can run these dApps or these DCX on top of Ethereum, and it was truly a decentralized network. Okay, we learned, you know, in crypto that if I wanted to send $1 trillion or $1 billion, I don't have to go through a bank. But in DeFi, you get a chance to become a bank. And that's what me and Kurt teach. And that's what we teach inside of our academy and on Go Live. And we'll show you guys a little preview here tonight. Now, here's what I want you to understand is that inside of DeFi, you can do things like lending. You can do things like borrowing, right? You can do things like earning interest or earning yield for just putting your crypto in the right places. These exchanges, instead of a Binance or a Coinbase where one CEO or one person makes all the decisions, in DeFi, there are exchanges that the people that are holding the crypto make the decisions. One of the biggest decentralized exchanges now, I think it may be number one, is Uniswap. Okay, Uniswap at one point was, you know, it was like $1 a year ago. Now it's at $21. Okay, there's over $10 billion that's in this decentralized exchange. You know what's amazing is that in DeFi, you don't put your address. You don't have to put your KYC and know your customer, your social security number, your passport, your license. You have immediate access to the financial world in a second, in a click. And all you need is something like a MetaMask, where you can download an Ethereum wallet. Once again, I'm not affiliated with MetaMask or any of the things I'm talking about. MetaMask, Trust Wallet, do your research on everything we share tonight. But you can put your crypto in a wallet, and you can connect your wallet to a platform like an Aave. See, in DeFi, you have the ability to become a bank. Let me see how many of y'all in the chat box drop a 7 if you want to become your own bank, where you're sick and tired of leaving money in that bank, but inflation's going up and your income is staying the same. Talk about a SCAM. Appreciate y'all. Y'all going crazy here today. It's only day 2. Today's day 2. We maxed out in 10 minutes. Okay. Now, inside of platforms like Aave, we have the ability to lend our crypto, to deposit and to lend and earn an interest, earn an APY. And we also have the ability to borrow against our crypto and to take out loans against our crypto. So imagine not needing for a background check. Imagine the color of your skin not mattering when you went into that bank to get a loan. These are all things that happen to people in real life. See, in DeFi, none of that matters. All you do is you connect your wallet. So I enter the application. In the top right-hand corner, I would connect my wallet, and I'm in the game. My wallet is connected. I'm in the game. I have the ability to deposit and to lend. I have the ability to borrow against my crypto. Okay, I was showing some of our students a project yesterday called Tulip that's built on the Solana net. And I was showing them how there's about $1 billion, okay, that's locked up inside of Tulip. Okay, and if we launch this application and we go to what we see over here in the top corner called lending, I want you guys to see the ability when you get access to the right information of how things can change and how tonight you can learn how to create new streams of income. Let me see some 5s in the chat if you're looking to create some new streams of income. Whew. Because I believe that one stream is the most dangerous thing you can do for your friends and for your family. See, tonight we're not here to hype you. We're not here to hard sell you. If you decide to do what we do, great. If not, great. Me, John, Andrew, Kurt, we're good. We made a decision a long time ago. We're going to learn new skills, but it's access. It's access to information and understanding something that's complex and making it simple. That's why we have hundreds of thousands of students in our academy. And tonight there's a promotion to get started. So make sure you stay throughout the whole call. So I have the ability right here tonight to become that bank, essentially, where I can lend my USD coin and I can earn an APY, 16% right now. Once again, not affiliated with Tulip, right? Radium, look at the APY, right? Star Atlas, look at the, you can see this here for yourself, okay? By just being pointed in the right direction. So there's 4 things I want you to write down, okay? Inside of DeFi that you can do. Inside of DeFi that you can do. Number 1 is you have the ability to lend your crypto and earn interest. Number 2 is you have the ability to borrow against your crypto and pay an interest, right? And to take out loans. Number 3 is a word that everybody loves in DeFi, and it's called staking. How many of you guys want to know more about staking? Let's see the chat. How many of y'all have been asking questions? Just drop the word me in the chat about staking. See, I believe, or I don't believe it's actually the truth, but every time that you're staking a project, you're creating that new stream of income. So you have an income at your job. You have an income at your business. What are you doing with it? Because I know people that spend first and invest, and then 30 years go by and then we know their situation. See, right now, crypto, the entire crypto market cap has only $2.7 trillion. One day we'll look back on this and laugh. Myself and Kurt, who you guys are going to meet here in about 7 minutes, we were involved. There was a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1 billion, right? A couple $100 billion involved in crypto, maybe even less. And we've seen the market grow, right? You look at the gold market cap at 11 trillion. This is just getting started. You know, you see some red here today. Markets dropped a couple percent today. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Bitcoin was at 4,000 a year ago. So when we talk about DeFi, one of the coolest things you can do is what we call staking. Okay, and through staking, and you can stake through many different platforms, Aave allows you to stake, is what that means is you get paid to lock up your crypto. So there's certain platforms that will incentivize and will pay you to lock your crypto up, okay? Aave is one of them. There's a ton of different platforms. And why staking is so powerful is because when you get educated and you see, okay, the projects that we call out. So if you're not involved and you're a guest here, there's the #1 cryptocurrency exchange idea app in the world. It's called SwipeCoin. I encourage you guys to download this application here tonight because myself and Kurt, who you guys are about to hear from, what we do is we help you build your portfolio. We help you and we alert you of some different ideas and some different projects that can just kind of come across your desk, okay? And what we do is we send out these ideas. Some of these cryptos that we call out, you have the ability to stake them, right? Like for an example, right? Like a radium, you have the ability to stake radium. But the thing is, and let's actually show you guys this real quick. Because radium I called out on October 8th, it's actually at that entry right now. And I'm not going to connect my wallet. And I want to show you guys something. So staking is very simple. I get paid to hold. Now, if I go to radium, just an example, you can see the APR. Is that better or worse than your current bank? 3, 2, 1. Let's see it in the chat box. Is that better or worse than your current?
What's going on, everybody? Give us a couple seconds. Give us a couple minutes. We're having some technical difficulties. Mike is going over staking right now. Give us a couple minutes.
Listen, I love it. They broke the Zoom. I love it, family.
Okay, Curtis, I don't know what happened specifically.
Too much hype. They broke the Zoom,
Yeah.
bro. They broke it.
We're breaking
Mike
Zoom.
broke the Zoom.
We got too many people trying to hop on this call. So real quick, you know what? Before, Mike hops back on, everybody, I want to introduce, one of the original educators of the DCX platform, but on top of that, somebody who has impacted tens of thousands, no, hundreds of thousands of lives all over the world by providing people different types of altcoin education, really going in depth and breaking down the technical aspects of, the entire crypto and DeFi space. So Curtis, can you take over right now and talk and break down what Mike was going to break down when it came to staking, farming, and then also potentially nodes? Take it away for us, brother. Drop some 777s in the chat box for my brother, Mr. Curtis Cobain. Take it away, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me see if I can cut my camera on, and I need to be able to host, and we should be all good from there. Let's go, family. Let's go. Let's go. How's everybody doing today? Let me go ahead and get my screen all locked and loaded for you guys. Boom, we got action. Let's go. What's going on, family? Let's get it. You guys broke the Zoom. Congratulations. I love the energy. I love it. I love it. Let's go, fam. So my brother Mike was breaking down DeFi for you guys. And it's just so funny that he was breaking that down. I was literally in a call a couple of minutes ago, and I was just talking about some of the yield that you can get from these platforms, right? He was showing you guys a few things, but I wanted to make sure that I can show you guys one on 1inch here, which is also a decentralized exchange. And you can see some of the APY here. Guys, just from the 1inch and Ethereum pairing, we're talking about over 115% APY. Like, listen, I don't know about you guys, but when you talk about banks, listen, you guys can't see my screen. Let me see if I can reshare for you guys real quick. All right, new share. And let's get this screen there. There we go. We should be good now. Got you, guys. This platform here is the 1inch platform. And I want you guys to notice that when you see the 1inch compared with ETH right now, right? You guys have this 115% APY, family. Like, I don't know about you, but when I go to banks and I'm seeing, the percentage that they give you guys, it's like Salt Bay, right? They're not really giving out any real gains for participating. And that's one of the things about cryptocurrency that I love, is because the relationship that you see inside of this space, right? The symbiotic relationship where when you provide liquidity or you provide value to the network, you're rewarded for that, right? And some people will see these gains and say, Kurt, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. How can they give you 115%? Have you ever stopped to think how much money the banks actually make off of our money, right? Have you ever just really gave it some real thought, right? When we drop that money in that account and they're spending it or they're using it all over the world to trade in the Forex market, right? We never really question how much money the banks truly make on our money, and they're giving us back crumbs every year, right? So when I see numbers like this, I'm like, these numbers have been fluctuating all over the place, but they're typically around these levels. We're seeing these kind of gains consistently given out in crypto, right? Exactly, Gabe. They're not transparent with his family. So I want you guys to know that when we're talking about crypto, when we're talking about the yield, we're talking about DeFi, this space allows you to become that angel investor. You become that VC, that venture capitalist, right? So for me, when I got into the platform and I started really educating, one of my passions was altcoins, right? And Mike was breaking down a few things with DeFi and showing you guys the ins and outs of decentralized finance and the beauty that it brings, because even in a bear market, that DeFi space is still going to have yields that are going to be outrageous. So think about it this way, family. When the market starts to dip or drop down, what happens when you're in DeFi, right? You grab a stable coin and you're providing liquidity or you're yield farming, right? And now Bitcoin may be dropping, but that stable coin doesn't fluctuate, right? Everything is still moving at that pace, right? We start seeing that yield consistently growing, consistently doing what it needs to do. So guys, like, this is where you start to really get that understanding that crypto has lanes created now where even in a bear market, you can still profit from this space, right? Simply just understanding how to pivot and move into the right areas at the right times, right? And then of course we have other sides of trading with leverage and things like that. So we can also make money on sales in crypto, right? A lot of people think when you say sell, oh, I gotta get out of the market, I have to take my profits. On the leverage side, we can take that sale against BTC, right? And now we're earning more BTC as the market goes down. So think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen. You're participating in crypto. You got your portfolio. You're excited. The gains are growing. Everything's looking great. You're loving it. And all of a sudden, the bear market comes in, right? The momentum in the market shifts. Things are starting to drop. They're going down. We're seeing lower lows and lower highs. We getting all the signs that the market's going to continue to move lower. Now, what do? We pivot, we shift, right? We transition from diamond hands to paper towel hands, and we get inside of our stable coins, right? We start jumping into DeFi. We start doing a little yield farming. We start doing a little bit of, lending and borrowing. We do some things like that, and we consistently grow our capital that way in a more passive manner. Then we can take some of that capital, put it into a leverage, and now we can start trading sales in the market. You guys know, like I know, when crypto drops, it drops a lot faster than it does when it's going up. So now we have this opportunity to accumulate more BTC as the market drops. We're earning a passive gain from our DeFi. And now as the market starts to level out, we get ready to see a new another bull run kick into play. Guys, we shift the momentum, we pivot, we get back into portfolio building, and we start seeing those gains show up and manifest again. This is just a scenario of understanding the ebbs and flows within the market and being a part of the academy. You're not in here left to your own devices. You're literally plugging into the classes. All we ask is you just be coachable and teachable, right, ladies and gentlemen? And now here's the thing. Here's the deal for me. With altcoins and the things that these projects offer, the gains are ridiculous, right? We can see crazy, 100x, 200x, 1,000x, wild returns, right? All over the place in crypto. But as Mike was alluding to earlier, the security is a major deal in crypto, right? As more capital shows up in the space, the bad actors are going to continue to show up. So if like I know, this is one of those scenarios where, hey, we need to hurry up, figure out the right way to get ahead of this stuff and start really lining ourselves up and allowing ourselves to really see the gains in this space, really start seeing the security in this space. So now, one of the things I want you guys to do, and this is like a little gem for you guys real quick. All right. Is Proton Mail, right? If you're new to this space, right, and you have not set up a Proton Mail, please set up a Proton Mail, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute must that you set up a Proton Mail. All right. Now, with a Proton Mail, this is going to allow you to have one of the most secure emails on the planet, right? Now, I know the bad actors are going to show up. They're going to try to swindle you out of your private keys. They're going to try to swindle you out of your seed phrases. We never, ever give that information up, right? A private key is one of the most important things that when it comes to crypto, there's no substitute for it, right? You have to have those private keys. Mike said it earlier, right? If you do not have the private keys to where your coins are being stored, you technically don't own those coins, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a really big deal that you understand the difference between a public key and a private key. Having a Proton Mail, like I said before, is one of the most secure emails. You want to make sure if anything finance, not even crypto, right? You got a bank account, you're trading, you have, anything with finance, insurance, running through your Proton Mail, ladies and gentlemen. This email is already built on top of blockchain technology, right? It just makes sense to have it. And as your portfolio gets a little more robust, right? We get a little more gains, right? You have the opportunity to increase the security on this email. You can set up two-factor authentication, right? Double email checks, things like that. So now you have that extra layer of security with something like this, family. So I always suggest starting off everything right. And then when you go off and you make your accounts with a Binance or a Coinbase or a Kraken or a crypto.com, right? Not affiliated with any of those, but even when you go out and make those accounts, right? You're going to run it through what? Proton Mail, right? Super important that you think about this stuff now, because you don't want to run into a scenario where you got all this crypto and you haven't secured yourself and you're using Gmail, right? You're using Yahoo, you're using Hotmail, right? None of that stuff's secure. You want to start future-proofing yourself now so you don't have to worry about these things in the future, right? You want to make sure you're doing all the work you need to do now to protect yourself before things start to take off. One of the other things I want you guys to get used to is having a wallet that allows you to have private keys, right? So something like the Exodus wallet, Let's see. Let's see. Do I have it on here? Or I'll probably pass it up already. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, I can just pull it up. All right. Let's see here. All right. Boom. Right here, we have exodus.com is where you can go and grab this wallet. Now, this wallet is a free wallet that you can grab from exodus.com. At the very top, you hit download. You'll notice it has the desktop version and it has the mobile version. This is very important. We do not want to get the mobile version. We want to stick to the desktop version only, right? Because a lot of times people will put all these things on their phones. You do not want to get into a habit of keeping your cryptocurrency on your cell phone. It is a very, very, very weak place to have your crypto, right? You don't want to have that kind of lack of security attached to your cryptocurrency. Trust me, it is not what you want. Now, the reason why we want to use a desktop version, one, desktops can become a little more stationary. We're not going to be running all around sharing our desktop with everybody and their mom saying, hey, just log into my stuff. It's cool. I trust everybody, right? You tend to keep that stuff a little more private and you only utilize it when you need it. So with having on a desktop, it goes a long way. Now, you can use a laptop. You can use a traditional laptop or desktop as well. But I just want to make sure you have it in a place that's much more stationary, because with cell phones, you have scenarios where people can go into a T-Mobile store, AT&T store, Verizon store, it doesn't matter, right? Sprint, and go in and decide, hey, I'm going to try to steal this person's SIM card. And there's things called SIM swaps, where they literally get your SIM card, they put it into a new phone, and they download all the apps that you have onto the new phone, right? And it shows up as you. And somebody in the chat probably saying, well, that's not going to work because I have a thumbprint scanner on my phone, Kurt. Nobody's going to steal my crypto. Or they can use their thumbprint scanner to log into your apps, right? And now if you have crypto inside of your apps on that phone, they're going to simply go right into it and send it to another app, right? Or send it to another wallet. And at that point, there's no tech support. There's no customer care that we can call to get your crypto back. So the answer is simply just don't leave any crypto on your cell phones inside of wallets, right? Exodus is a great wallet, but it's not the end all be all. We're going to utilize that desktop to stay safe, all right? And having this kind of security goes a long way, because once you have it on something like the Exodus wallet, right, you have that private key attached to it. You have that seed phrase attached to it. Another cool thing about the Exodus wallet is it has a built-in exchange, right? This isn't a website. You're downloading a client to your computer. People always ask me, like, Kurt, what happens if Exodus goes out of business? I don't think they're going to go out of business because they're not selling anything. So it's not like they have a lot of overhead, that part. And then the other thing is, even if they do go out of business, right? Can you imagine like having solitaire on your computer and the company that made solitaire goes out of business, does solitaire get deleted off your computer? No, it still works. You can still play the card game, right? This wallet will still exist. So there's no issues of it not working, right? This is simply just code connecting wallets and moving funds around, ladies and gentlemen. That's all this boils down to. So having that private key, having that seed phrase goes a long way. Now, like I said, the Exodus wallet isn't the end all be all. It's just a hot wallet, right? This is going to allow you to keep your cryptocurrency safe, but it's that median zone where we have a place to plug our crypto and not leave it on an exchange. Why don't I want to leave my crypto on an exchange, right? What's the problem with that? If Coinbase goes down for maintenance, how are you going to access your funds? Exactly. If, Kraken decides to if they DDoS attack it, right? How are you going to get your funds out of there, right? Doesn't work out very well, right? So it's very, very important that we understand the importance of security now as opposed to later, right? These websites are great. Coinbase is awesome. Kraken's awesome. Crypto.com is awesome, but they do not offer private keys. They never will, right? It's always up to you in crypto to take that security and take it into your own hands, all right? Super, super important. So email, Proton Mail, right? Exodus wallet. Now, the Exodus wallet is simply just a hot wallet. We don't want to use as the end all be all. After your Exodus wallet gets a little more filled up, right? The next thing you're going to want to look into is getting yourself a Ledger Nano, right? Let's see. Where is the Ledger? See, I always kind of pass over. There we go. All right. So when you have a Ledger, right? Ledger Nano S or the Ledger Nano X, either one, it's up to you. Doesn't really matter. Right. If anybody in the chat already has a Ledger, go ahead and drop a 111 in the chat. I always like to see my family doing what they got to do. Keep that cryptocurrency secure. Definitely want to make sure you guys are doing all the things you got to do. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Now, with this Ledger, for my newer students, just know this is not the end all be all, right? This right here, if something happens to this Ledger, let's say it gets broken, it gets stolen, it gets corrupted, your cryptocurrency isn't actually on this device. Yeah, right? This is actually just a remote that allows you to access the wallet online. So without this device, no one can access your crypto. And if you lose it, you can simply go to the website, order another one. When it shows up, it's going to ask you, are you restoring? Or are you creating a new, right? You can hit restore. You'll put in your seed phrases, all the information that it gave you in the beginning for your first wallet. You'll put that into the new device. All of your crypto shows up on the new device, right? Super, super important, family. And now here's the other thing. When you go to purchase a ledger, only get it from the ledger website. I don't care if Santa himself sends that bad boy through the chimney. We don't want it. All right. If it doesn't say shop ledger or shop.ledger.com, we're not buying it. Period. There's no other way around it, family. Okay. I don't want you guys on Amazon looking for a cheaper one. I don't want you guys on eBay like, but Kurt, they're selling it on eBay for $30. Probably because it's already hacked. All right. So what happens is they break into the device. They put different little, nefarious malware in there. Once you deposit your crypto, they take it right out. Right. And the thing is, once they put the device in there, they package it all up, bubble wrap it, make it look real nice, and they return it back to Amazon, or they return it back to Best Buy or something like that. You come in unsuspectingly, you buy it, and now you have this corrupted device that you've trusted from Amazon that Amazon doesn't care about, right? And now you've gone home, you put crypto into it, and somebody takes all your funds because you didn't do the things you were supposed to do, buying it directly from the source. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it goes a long way to just get it directly from the source. You'll sleep like a baby on melatonin. All right. So I want to make sure you guys are understanding that these are the things that we do in the beginning, just to make sure that we have everything we need done. So as we go in and we start, approaching the market and looking to build out a portfolio, we have some place secure to store it. 2, we have that email that makes sure everything we run it through is going through that secure email, so we don't have to worry about anybody trying to come in and hack it or anything weird like that. And 3, we have our layers, right? We have our hot wallet and we have our cold storage wallet, which is our ledger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is crypto 101 when it comes to security. All right, now I'm slightly going to digress because I want to talk a little bit about altcoins for a second. And I just want to let you guys know, like, what we have right now in this space with altcoins is a scenario where Bitcoin is phenomenal. It's great. It's been moving. It's been getting adoption. It's been getting, all these different, corporations. And literally we have countries now like El Salvador. I'm looking at Argentina right now. We had the Ukraine already adopted, right? We're seeing the rumors in Brazil are looking to get involved with this right now, making it legal tender. Bitcoin is the de facto brand of crypto, right? But when we're looking at these different projects, something like Ethereum, right? Something like Solana, something like Cardano, something like XRP, Polkadot. These are the projects that you want to look out for because they can actually outpace Bitcoin, right? So when we're utilizing our DeFi, right, we can get into these projects, get a great yield passively, but while we're actively trading, you want to look at the projects that have that speed, that have that ability to potentially come in and outpace BTC, right? So when I'm looking at something like Ethereum, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. There's currently over 10,000 or almost 1,100 or 11,000 cryptocurrencies in the world, right? If we really do the math, over 85% of the coins in the world that are created are born on Ethereum's network. There's just no other way around it, right? They're literally created on ETH's network, right? Now, people will say, well, Bitcoin has the 21 million, right? There's just no way people can compete with that, right? That's that scarcity, right? Ethereum doesn't have a max supply. Ethereum doesn't have a total supply. I need you to understand something. Ethereum right now is the most powerful blockchain we have in the world, right? There's no coin that has more use case than Ethereum has right now. Period. You can sit here and scream Bitcoin all you would like to. The numbers say there is no coin in the world that has more use case than Ethereum. I'll ask the questions right now. You guys let me know in the chat. Is there any coin that has more people using DeFi, right, than Ethereum? Nope. Is there any coin that has more people staking than Ethereum? Nope. Is there any coin that has more NFTs being made than on Ethereum's network? It's going to be a tight race, but not really kind of holding the candle to ETH right now, right? So there's more DeFi money, decentralized finance money locked in through Ethereum right now, right? The use case is getting wilder and wilder and wilder. And I want to even sweeten the pot for you, right? Ethereum just launched something called EIP 1559, right? If you don't know what that is, you can write it down. You can Google it. You're going to thank me later. All right. Ethereum just launched something called EIP 1559. This simply states that every time a transaction is done on the Ethereum network, a small amount of ETH is burned off of the network. Yup. So think about it this way. Let's say every time you went out and spent $1, 10 cents was taken out of the US money supply, right? You probably stopped spending your money. You'd be at the ATM right now punching those numbers in, draining that bad boy to hold on to all your money. You'd be in the basement looking like Floyd Mayweather, right? With a bunch of duffel bags full of $5 bills, right? Or $20 bills. But this is where you understand that we're looking at a proposition where if more people are using Ethereum, right, we see so much more of the network, right, starting to grow, right? So here's the deal. I'm gonna give you guys a visual representation right now. Right now, this is ETH's network, right? Let's see here. We may have to refresh it. There we go. Right. This is ETH's network and Bitcoin's network, right? So right here, you see on the left side, we have Ethereum's network here. On the right side, we have Bitcoin's network here. All right. Notice what I said. Every time a transaction's done, a little bit of Ethereum gets burned off of the network. These buses you see here represent blocks, right? So on this side, these are blocks for the Ethereum blockchain. Every time a block is filled up with transactions, it zooms off and gets added to the blockchain, and boom, done, awesome, phenomenal. We just witnessed history, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad I was here and sharing that with you. We just watched 2 blocks get added to the Ethereum blockchain, and now 3. That will never happen again. Those blocks are unique. We saw them. It was amazing. I'm so thankful I have this moment with you guys. I'm feeling emotional right now. I don't know if it's just me. But also on the right side, we got Bitcoin's blockchain, right? And we see, you know, a lot more transactions can go into each block here, right? And on the other side, we see a little less, right? Now notice all these little South Park characters you see represent transactions, right? This is very powerful because now remember what I said, every time a transaction gets added to the blocks, every time you see a person get on one of these buses, a little bit of Ethereum gets burned off of the network. All right. This site is called TX Street. This is a great way to teach children how blockchain technology works. But pay attention, right? Every time a person gets on a bus, it's a transaction being added to the block. I want to show you guys something. What do you think it looks like when we're having so many transactions on Ethereum's network that we're burning more ETH than we're creating, right? Check this out. These are all transactions waiting to get added to Ethereum's blockchain, right? I'm still scrolling, family. I'm still scrolling. Still scrolling. I'm still scrolling, right? I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. So we understand that the use case for Ethereum, I'm still scrolling, right, is bar none head and shoulders above everything else. And every time one of these little transactions gets added to a bus, a little bit of ETH gets burned off the network. A little bit of ETH gets burned off the network. What do you think it looks like years from now when there's everybody using Ethereum's network and the price is going wild because it's deflationary? If too many people are utilizing it, we're burning more ETH than we're creating. The price has no choice but to do what? If there's demand for something and there's a smaller supply, price goes up. Anybody bought a PlayStation or Xbox lately? Oh yeah, there's demand for it. It's just not a lot of supply. So price dictates it goes higher, right? It's the same thing in crypto. This is why when we see Ethereum that doesn't have a max supply and a total supply, this is a very special case because this project has such a use case and such a demand. We see a fluctuating supply, always moving, always growing. And these gas fees right now are the only problem we're seeing with Ethereum's network. But as ETH 2.0 gets closer, there'll be more improvement proposals, more updates that will lessen the fees, some more second layer solutions, and we'll see these things start to really grow and take off, family. But this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the type of education that you're going to run into in these classes. Myself and Mike, we literally teach 2 times a week together. We share a call where we break down DeFi and altcoins, right? We call it AltFi, where we come together and we give you guys all the sauce and some of the most up-to-date news updates in the crypto space. That's one of the things people always say is, I don't have technical analysis, right? I don't have fundamental analysis, right? I can do technicals, I can mark up a chart, but I can't go find the news for this stuff, man. I don't know how to stay on the pulse of this stuff. You got us. Right, we're plugged in. We know the areas to look. We know the developers. We know the teams. We're watching these Twitter accounts. We understand what's happening the moment it's happening. So you can be that first mover, that early adopter to certain projects that are about to take off. Some of you guys want those coins that are at really low prices that you believe can go skyrocketing. All it requires is that you understand the tokenomics, You're available to come to the classes, and you're teachable and coachable, and you understand how all of this works, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a hard proposition. You just haven't been here long enough, and you haven't gotten around the right community to help elevate you, right? Your environment is much stronger than your DNA. I know some of you guys are used to leaning on your own knowledge and your own experience. This is one of those scenarios where don't lengthen out your learning curve. Don't get to a place where you're trying to sit back and say, I got it, I'll figure it out on my own. That pride is going to keep you from getting those gains that you need right now. This is a very time sensitive situation. We want to make sure as many of you guys and gals can come in, learn this stuff, have a good time. We crack a lot of jokes, but I mean, when you're in crypto, it's fun. It's an enjoyable moment, right? This is a beautiful time to be a part of, finance and history, because this is the first time in human history we can finally get ahead of the banks and the hedge funds and the private investors, and they can't slow it down. They can't cut this off to keep us from getting it. They can't change the rules to keep us out, right? We've seen that happen with banking systems all over the world. Inclusion is here now. I always tell everybody the internet won, right? So come in, ladies and gentlemen, get involved. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. We do these things every single week, family. We can't wait to see you guys come into the classes. I know this is only day 2. We packed this bad boy out, but this is what it looks like, family. We're having such a good time over here. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to come in and win with us. And let me just dispel this really quickly. Anybody here who's thinking, oh, you guys just need me to do this so y'all can make money on me, whether you come in and do this with us or not, we're okay. We're going to be just fine, because crypto is going to continue to move. I don't want anybody in here like, only reason y'all doing this because I want. No, family, we operate from abundance over here. We realize this is more than enough for everybody to eat, right? But you got to get out of your own head and start seeing it for yourself. As bad as we may want you guys to come in and do this with us, you have to want it for yourself. But once you get here, you're going to be around that like-minded individual that wants you to win as bad as they're winning. And they want to make sure that everybody here is having that beautiful experience, because we know what it's like to be on the other side of money. You working every day, trying to figure things out, saving here, saving there. And there's always something pulling from your savings, right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thankful, I'm honored, I'm blessed. And I want to make sure that you guys are getting this value. Let's see. Are you here, John?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to my bro, John. I'm so thankful that you guys have me on the call this evening. I'm loving that background, bro. That's fire over there.
Appreciate it, bro. Trying to catch up to you right there. You look like you're in the metaverse right now.
Hey, that's where I live.
You look like you're in the metaverse, bro. Incredible, bro. Yo, I just want to say, everybody, can you guys drop some 777s in the chat box for my boy Curtis Cobain? He just dropped some fire, guys. I don't think you understand really the type of caliber and information that this guy has. And the beautiful part behind what he went through and what he actually explained to you guys all in the call for free was we actually had access, and we had similar conversations about this literally years ago. So I remember being in the academy, Kurt, I think it was like last year, I think about a year and a half, I started watching your sessions and we had this exact conversation. Then 2 years earlier, I remember, I think Ethereum at one point, we had a conversation when Ethereum was like at less than $1,000. You know what I mean? And we were talking about the adoption of what was going to happen with the Solana network, what was going to happen with everything that has been going on. So I can testify 100%, Kirk, that you are solidified. I can tell that your expertise comes with literally thousands of dollars. I mean, thousands of hours of information, bro. So I want to definitely give it back to you. Drop those 777s in the chat. We are appreciative of you, bro. We are grateful for you, and we're grateful for Mike. And I can't wait for AltFi to come out. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Guys, this concludes our day 2, right, of our DCX free trial. Before I finish the call, I want to let you guys know, check this out. We maxed out this call literally in less than 15 minutes at 3,000 members. 3,000 members, we maxed out the call. So tomorrow, we're going to try to upgrade the Zoom to 5,000. That way we don't have to max it out again. Okay, but for the people that are tuning in tomorrow, you're going to get access to, check this out, you're going to get access to learning how to margin trade in the cryptocurrency space. And learning a strategy that'll help you become profitable in that aspect. And on top of that, guys, I just want to show you guys something real quick. If you want to tune into Kurt later today, where he's going to be breaking down more information, later this week, more information behind staking, behind farming, behind nodes, tune into his DCX, go live sessions. The beautiful part about Cobain, Mike Citero, Crypto Picasso, and Ivan that we brought up yesterday was they actually have DCX sessions going on, okay, every single week. Okay, you know, you have Curtis Cobain and Mike now going on Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then you have Cobain going on this entire weekend at 9 p.m. and also 5 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you jot those entire things down and make sure you tune in if you want more information. You're hungry for that information because information changes situations. And if you want to learn how to get access to the Academy, go back to the person who personally got you on the call today. And tell them, hey, I'm ready to get started. I want to learn more about the Academy. You know, we have a promotion going on. So appreciate every single one of you guys for hopping on the call today. And I'm going to see you guys soon. Peace.